Kaboom, baby!
What's up, everybody? This is JoeSavy bringing you a Starcraft 2 strategy video. And first off, I'd like to talk about the fact that I haven't been releasing a lot of videos. And the biggest reason is because my life is just busy. I mean, my youngest son just turned 2. So I had to deal with the whole process of setting up his birthday party, having the birthday party, and then being too exhausted to do anything other than that. The other part is that it's been really busy at work, so I've been spending a lot of hours at the office and spending a lot of time working, you know, doing things other than playing a video game. And I have to agree, StarCraft is more than a game. I agree with some people at least. But it doesn't pay the bills, and unfortunately YouTube doesn't pay me enough to pay the bills, and nowhere near that. Not even, I don't make anything off of this channel really, save for a few bucks here and there. But without any real further delay, I want to talk about the African Safari video that I posted with Vuvuzella. Basically, in the African Safari video, all we did was talk about Vuvu's adventure into Africa. So what I want to do is actually talk about the game and why it played out the way it did. So, of course, I'm JoeSavy, Terran player against my opponent, Rhyme, Protoss player on Nimbus. My opponent's in the bottom left-hand corner, and I'm in the top right-hand corner. We're going to open up the production tab. And, of course, we have our nice little SAVU clan logo, which, sorry guys, I haven't really been spending any time on this, and I know it's something that, you know, people were hoping that I would do more with, but I just, like I said, I just haven't had the time to do it as much as I've wanted to. Okay, so good luck, have fun, GGGL from Rhyme. And basically, I just want to talk about what I did during the game, so we're going to go into SAVU Vision, or JoeSavy Vision, whatever, I'm done. Alright, so we're going to start out with our first depot. This is a gasless build, so we'll follow that up with a 12 barracks. And really not have a whole bunch of army until we get our expansion. Now, a variant that I've been doing on Nimbus, you see right here, we have our expansion in our own base, is going for a super early engineering bay. Because people have been, you know, oracling the heck out of me, really on any map, but this map in particular, because it's just easy. I mean, you know, if you don't build an engineering bay, then Oracle can end up here, Oracle can end up here, and as we can see, it's going down right before 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And yeah, so that's going to keep me safe from oracles, especially since an oracle can show up at 5 minutes. I can get that turret up right around 4:30, and I won't ever have to worry about oracles. Turrets take about 25 seconds, FYI. So we're going to start with 1 Marine, and we're going to follow that up with 2 additional barracks, right? Well, actually, my mistake. We're going to follow it up with a command center, and then 2 additional barracks beyond that. I'm getting the bunker at the front because 1 stalker can kill the Marine so fast that that's not even worth, you know, not getting one. If you end up losing your Marine, you pretty much lose the game. I'll lose a bunch of workers. I just don't want that to happen. So, okay, so following that up with a supply depot so we can, you know, constantly build SCVs, and then we'll be getting our next 2 barracks. Notice the expansion went down as we had the money for it. Okay, so we have barracks 2, barracks 3. Next step is going to be a refinery, gasless until refinery. Now we're nearing up on that 4 minutes and 30 second mark. So a little bit past that, 4:35, because it only takes 25 seconds, but I was late because other workers are in the way. And we're going to have this turret up right before 5 minutes. So I didn't know this in game. I didn't know this was coming. But I do know simple benchmarks, and that a super fast oracle can arrive at 5 minutes. Ignore the 4 workers on the refinery, because that obviously it's a mistake, but you know, I do stuff like that all the time. Alright, so 3rd barracks is done. We're starting with the tech lab. Alright, we're going to get Stim as soon as we have 100 gas, because Stim is the most important upgrade you can have. And then, you know, we're going to get our command center up at our natural. Now, I started this turret much later because I don't have any workers over here, and the most that the Oracle can get is 1 worker. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't even have enough Marines to deal with that Oracle. Alright, so he pokes up, kills my SCV, pokes into my main base, and then he's going to be met with, of course, Mr. Missile Turret, and it's going to scare him away. So a little bit late on Stim because I was, paying attention to that Oracle. Should be coming anytime. Sometime. There we go. Stim has started. Then we're going to get our second refinery, and then next 100 gas is going to go into a factory. So very simple, very straightforward, very basic kind of build. And yet it could be super effective. Like super effective, like Pokemon effective, I'm telling you right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and, there we go. Let's finish up that turret, and now my natural is safe. You really never need more than one turret unless he just goes ape crap with oracles, which I've seen it, but it doesn't happen very often, so I usually just get one turret. You're going to need all those extra resources pumped into these barracks so you can just produce Marines nonstop. Notice my production, all Marines. Let's just go into my vision real quick just to show what I saw. Alright, so I saw this. We have gateway, 2 more gateways. I didn't spot the Robo, but I do know he has Stargate and 2 additional gateways. The timing of that, you're just going to have to trust me on this. When I poked up and saw the 2 gateways were just building, and that was, we'll go back and look at it. Alright, so factory is now nearly complete. So next step is to start our starport. We're also going to want to get our 4th refinery and get a tech lab and a reactor on our barracks. And the final step, right around 8.5 minutes, you get 2 additional barracks. So we'll have 5 barracks, and we'll have a starport on the reactor double producing medevacs. There we go, 4th refinery is nearly complete. We're going to need the gas to get upgrades and all that other good stuff, as well as pump out medevacs. Okay, back in here, Stim's almost done. We'll be getting combat shield soon, our +1s, everything we need to pretty much push against our opponent. Now, he's already behind because he started with the Stargate and it didn't work out. And then he didn't follow it up with, Void Rays and other things that could be really, really difficult to deal with. But one of the benefits of opening this way is that I do have, heavy Marine counts. I only build Marines early in the game, so I don't have to worry about, not having enough anti-air if that were the case. Alright, so 4th and 5th barracks complete. Just build Marines from them. Combat shield needs to be complete as well. We need that. +1. Been building for a little while, or training, or researching, or whatever. And medevacs are on the way. Should have probably started 2. Mistake on my part, but oh well. Alright, so next step is I go ahead and salvage that, and then he uses that stupid Envision thing. Or is that called Envision? I think it is. Revelation, my bad. Yeah, Revelation. Alright, so next step is to push across the map. So I'm going to go ahead and stay in the vision. We're going to follow the Marines down at this point. So just walking along. They're walking really, really slow. Go ahead and pick it up. Okay, so I drop a scan. And this is what I see. My army can push up against this without really any trouble, even with good force fields. Even with perfect force fields, he's going to lose a lot. And I do scout that there is no 3rd. I mean, it's possible he has a 3rd up here, but this follow-up medevac right here will seal the deal. So notice, as I pushed across, I sent out a medevac at the same time. I know it's a little bit difficult to tell. And I don't know if I explained it the best way. Alright, so see, I want you to see rally points. Now they're all down there, but we have all the army like so. I believe I changed, there we go. Changed all my rally points to in my main because he did the revelation thing. And just going to keep rallying in my base. And as medevacs pop or finish, I'm going to load them up in the, or load up the Marines and Marauders in the medevac and send them as well. So we'll be doing a dual-pronged attack. My main army, I don't want to lose this. If I lose this, I think I lose the game, pretty much. Or I should lose the game against a decent player. So poking up, we're going to go straight for the rocks. I scan just to see what he has. Because honestly, I haven't seen anything up to this point. So I don't know what tech he's going. He could either be doing Colossus, he could be doing Templar, he could just have massive Zealots or whatever. Right? I had no idea. Or even just mass air army. So okay, so his entire army is occupied right here. The medevac is on approach. No cannons, nothing that could deal with this. The mothership core is sitting right in the middle where it's supposed to, but it's just the most it could do is an overcharge, which I could still get some worker kills. He's going to have to pull workers. He's also going to be stuck on this ramp dealing with my main army with his almost nothing army. And had he spent money better, he would have more zealots, and he could possibly push this, or he probably would push this back. But I could still do some damage with this medevac drop. Alright, so going in, dropping down. 1, 2. Alright, then after that, I decided to poke up on the ramp because I saw an opportunity. I figured that he was focusing on this. And he was. So now I'm stuck in his he's stuck with me in his main base destroying all his pylons. Same thing, he warps in zealots, forced to do so. Wastes 2 overcharges on my army. I realize I can't kill the Nexus, so I pick off a couple pylons. And then just hang out right here. Okay, alright. So next step. What do we do with the rest of our army? Well, because my rally point's set inside my main, well I just changed it, but I amassed a nice little army because I was macroing fairly well during that entire process. Getting my 3rd, building Marine Marauder, getting more medevacs and so forth. So now it's time to just move out with this army, just straight up into the main base. Now I could also send a medevac around. This one's actually coming back home, but I could also send another medevac around like I did the first time and drop the natural again. But I didn't really feel the need because I did enough damage to actually put him in a bad position. Alright, so as that moves across the map, you see right here, load up, try not to waste my army, recoup in the middle, and then we're going to push up with everything we have and just literally in the game. Alright, supplies, really good. I'm up, fairly high above him. We've been trading, so that type of thing. Okay, so one way to deal with this. Alright, I poke into the main. I don't want to lose this army. This is the core of my army, but I also don't want to lose my entire production line because these zealots can kill it very quick. So what I'm going to do is pull all my workers off of my 3rd and pull them into my main. And then I'm going to change my rally point of all my barracks, because originally I had changed it to over here. Change it back into my main base, so that way when anything spawns, it'll be up here on the ramp, and eventually what's going to happen is that I'll just overwhelm him and he'll be forced to GG out, or at least back off. Alright, so back in there. He could do whatever damage he wants, but in this case he ended up quitting because I was in his main. He wasn't able to stop this army, and that was the end of the game. So yeah, that's pretty much why I didn't get Vikings or anything crazy like that. It's because I didn't need them. There was really no point. After the Starport or the Stargate opening, at just about 10 minutes, let's see, as soon as it gets there. Yeah, right around 10 minutes. The medevacs pop, and then I'm ready to attack. Now I use Revelation, that could be annoying, but that doesn't mean you don't. You have to pull back, and you're still able to attack. You're still able to push out and take them out. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't really see anything else. If there's anything I missed, please leave it in the comment section below. I'll also write down a build order of this game, just because it's a standard build, but I think it's important to have builds like this where you can deal with pretty much anything your opponent throws at you without worrying about it too much. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, leave comments in the section below, and as always, thanks for watching.